don't clap for us.
You say we already did that. No, no. She did
Tell some people in the back there's 2 seats up there.
Yep, there are some seats. Okay. Well, I don't know quite where to stand, but I'll stand. Welcome to the best of Off Our Rockers. We've been performing for senior community since 2017, and tonight's presentation is some of our favorite skits. Tonight's show is also a little bittersweet, as one of our original and current members, Sam Kirschman, passed away about 2 weeks ago. Sam came to our group with a little twinkle in his eye and a huge smile for all of us. I especially remember his role in Rabbi Makes a Point, which you will be hearing tonight. I think that what we have all learned as we travel this journey called life is that laughter is the best medicine and can sometimes make a difficult journey just a little bit easier. So, I invite you to sit back and enjoy the best of Off Our Rockers. Act 1, Mexican Jews. Two older Jewish men, Sid and Al, are sitting in a Mexican restaurant in Los Angeles.
Al, do you know of any people of our faith who were born and raised in Mexico?
You know, I don't know. Let's ask our waitress. Are there any Mexican Jews?
I don't know, senor. I will ask the cook. The waitress returns from the kitchen a few minutes later and replies, "No, senor. The cook says no Mexican Jews."
Are you absolutely sure?
"I will check once again, senor." The waitress leaves and goes back to the kitchen again.
You know, I find it hard to believe there are no Jews in Mexico. Our people are scattered everywhere.
"Senor, the head cook says there are no Mexican Jews."
Are you certain? I cannot believe there are no Mexican Jews.
"Senor, I asked everybody. All we have is orange juice, grape juice, Well, another drinking story. The Murphys. Two women are sitting next to each other at a bar. After a while, one looks at the other and says,
"I can't help but think, from listening to your talk, that you may be from Ireland."
Oh, I am.
So am I. And whereabouts in Ireland might you be from?
Oh, I'm from Dublin, I am.
So am I. And what part of Dublin did you live in?
A lovely little area we call the West End.
So, saints preserve. But I lived in the West End also. What street did you live on?
Oh, it was Warberry Street it was.
Faith, it's a small world it is. I also lived on Warberry Street. And what school did you go to, ma'am?
That would be Holy Heart of Mary School.
As did I.
Oh, no.
This is hard to believe. What year did you graduate? And did the sisters let you graduate?
Oh, yes, yes, they certainly did. I graduated in 1964.
Oh, the good Lord must be smiling down. I can hardly believe our luck winding up in the same pub tonight. Can you believe I graduated from Holy Heart of Mary in 1964 myself.
No.
About this time, Michael walks into the bar, sits down, and orders a beer. The bartender walks over to Michael, just shaking his head and muttering,
It's gonna be a long night tonight.
Why do you say that, Brian?
The Murphy twins are drunk again.
You like that one, huh?
Act 3. This is very timely. A meeting at the pearly gates. Stormy Daniels and Queen Elizabeth went to the pearly gates on the same day. They both meet with an angel to find out if they can be admitted to heaven.
Unfortunately, there's only one space available in heaven today, so I must decide which one of you will be admitted. Stormy, is there some particular reason why you should go to heaven?
Oh, look at these. They're the most perfect breasts ever created. I'm sure everyone will be pleased to see them for all eternity.
The angel thanked Stormy and asked Queen Elizabeth the same question. The queen walked over to the heavenly toilet, pulled the lever, and flushed it without a single word.
Okay, Your Majesty, you may go to heaven.
Are you kidding me? I show you two precious creations and you turn me down? She simply flushes a commode and she gets admitted to heaven? Please explain this to me.
My card players will love this. Sorry, Stormy, but in heaven, a royal flush beats a pear no matter how big.
Act 4. The blonde point of view. Last year, my blonde friend purchased some brand new windows, and this is her story.
Last year, I replaced all the windows in my house with those energy efficient double pane windows. Today, I got a call from Home Depot complaining that the work had been completed a year ago and I still had not paid them. Hello, just because I am blonde doesn't mean I am automatically stupid. So I told him just what his fast-talking sales guy told me last year, that these windows would pay for themselves in a year. Hello, it's been a year, so they're paid for it.
There was only silence at the other end of the line.
So I finally hung up. He never called back. I bet he felt like an idiot.
Act 5. The physical. Many people have problems that you haven't even considered yet. A 71-year-old man was requested by his doctor for a sperm count as part of his physical.
30 miles, look at that.
Take this jar home and bring it back with a semen sample.
The next day, the 71-year-old gentleman reappeared at the doctor's office and gave her the jar, which was as clean and empty as on the previous day.
What happened?
Well, Doc, it's like this. First I tried with my right hand, but nothing. All the men are left, right? Then I tried with my left hand, still nothing. Then I asked my wife for help, still nothing. Then I asked Arlene, the lady next door, and she tried too. First with both hands. And she even tried squeezing it between her knees. Still nothing.
I'm shocked. You asked your neighbor?
Sure, but none of us could open the jar.
Act 6, the hearing aid. Let's listen in on this little conversation. Ethel noticed something funny about Mabel's ear.
Mabel? Did you know that you've got a suppository in your ear?
I have a suppository?
Yeah.
I'm glad you saw this thing. Now I think I know where my hearing aid is.
Act 7. Rabbi makes a good point. A priest and a rabbi were sitting next to each other on an airplane. After a while, the priest turned to the rabbi and asked a question.
Tell me, is it still a requirement of your faith not to eat pork?
Yes, this is still one of our beliefs.
Have you ever eaten pork?
Yes, on one occasion I did succumb to the temptation and tasted a ham sandwich.
The priest nodded in understanding and went on with his reading. The rabbi spoke again.
Father, is it still a requirement of your church that you remain celibate?
Yes, that is still very much a part of our faith.
Father, have you ever fallen to the temptation of the flesh?
Yes, Rabbi. On one occasion I was weak and I broke with my faith.
The rabbi nodded understandingly and then remained silent for a few minutes.
Sure beats a ham sandwich, doesn't it?
Act 8, the Irish kayak incident. The day after his wife disappeared in a kayaking accident, a man from Dublin, Ireland answered his door to find two very grim-faced constables.
Hey, this is business. We're sorry, Mr. O'Flynn, but we have some information about your dear wife, Maureen.
Tell me, did you find her?
The constables looked at each other and just shook their heads.
We have some good news and bad news, and some really good news. Which would you like to hear first?
Give me the bad news first.
I'm sorry to tell you, sir, but early this morning we found your poor wife's body in the bay.
Lord Sutherland, Holy Mother of God, what could possibly be the good news?
Well, when we pulled up the lake that parted poor Maureen up, she had 12 of the best-looking Atlantic lobsters that you've ever seen clinging to her.
Oh,
Haven't seen lobsters like that since the 1960s, and we feel you are entitled to the catch.
Glory be to God. If that's the good news, then what's the really good news?
We're gonna pull her up again tomorrow.
well, good medicine tonight, right? Thank you all for being such a wonderful audience. And I'd like to recognize some old rockers, former rockers that are here with us tonight. Joan Gordon, if you just raise your hand. Peter. Anna is just back from Florida, so she. And now I'd like to present to you the members of our cast. We have Christine Perez, John Perez, Paula Moore, Sandy Shula, Mike Smith, Alice Mack, Martha Tominelli, Carl Tominelli, Pearl Litterer, and Jerry Johnson. And just remember, laughter is the best medicine.
Our full performance, not these,
Yes.
other ones, will be at the senior center
This
on
Thursday.
Thursday at noontime.
There's a flyer in the postal center.
If anybody wants to join us.
And if you're a member, I stopped over there, they're gonna be having like refreshments and, yeah, we're doing a longer show. Yeah.
Different
Oh,
shows.
and then, Joanne's holding up a small poster that I put together of some pictures of Sam when he was with us in Off Our Rockers.
Oh, that's nice.
Yep, yep, really get a nice, he really enhanced our group, so.
He always had a smile.
First time I ever heard him speak, we were practicing in the park. And he was one of the Irish cops. And here's Sam with that gruff, New York accent, sort of. Had the best Irish accent I've ever heard. He could do Italians, he could do Irish.
Oh, yeah. And a little Jewish accent.
Yeah.
Thank you all for coming.
So thank you all for coming.